right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
For a holiday typically centered around family and food, all the cooking on Thanksgiving can get in the way of actually enjoying the day. To help home cooks strike a balance, professional chefs are offering their advice on how to create a game plan, cook the perfect bird, and some other tips for reducing chaos in the kitchen. Marianne Rafferty shows us how they're helping out.
With the countdown to Thanksgiving ticking louder, many home cooks are getting ready to whip up some culinary magic. But that can mean missing out on making memories with all the time spent over a hot stove.
When you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
To help reduce stress and maximize the celebrations, David Rose, executive chef at Omaha Steaks, recommends organizing your kitchen leading up to the holiday.
First thing they taught me in culinary school is mise en place. What that means is everything in its place. When you have an organized kitchen, you're more efficient.
Prepping materials beforehand can also reduce your Turkey Day responsibilities.
I actually start planning 4 days out, where I'm putting my turkey into the fridge because you want to allow adequate time for it to thaw out. And the day before, I'll start making my gravies, I'll start making my sauces, my glazes, desserts.
Meanwhile, Chef Rose says there's no shame in not cooking everything from scratch, with companies like Omaha Steaks able to fill in the gaps with pre-ordered items.
Beautiful thing here about us is that we have an array of beautiful proteins, pre-made sides, heat and serve items, where you can just focus on the turkey.
And when it comes to preventing your turkey from being overcooked, Chef Rose recommends taking it out before it reaches the minimum internal temperature of 165 degrees.
You want to take it out at 160 and then let it sit, let it rest. Resting is going to redistribute those juices and finish cooking.
After sitting for about 25 minutes, Chef Rose says your turkey should be perfectly cooked.
Certainly interesting to, it's good that we have the help, because as someone from a big family, it can get pretty hectic in that kitchen. Now you have to spend a lot of money just to break even on the cost of a $140 Prime membership. Coming up next from tonight's What the Tech, how to get some Prime benefits without having to pay for the service.
At Hickory Treatment Center in Longview, we provide compassionate, evidence-based care for substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. We offer residential treatment to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. Need help? Call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team today.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
You deserve a news network that roots for America. News Nation is bringing more Americans together with facts, balance, and respect for all of us. See why America's fastest growing cable network is News Nation.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills. Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
Helps you fight the flu. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Amazon is gearing up for a busy holiday shopping season, selling billions of dollars in items in the build-up to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Jamie Tucker shows us where to find the cheapest things on Amazon and why you might want to.
Yeah, more than 200 million people pay $140 a year for Amazon Prime. That's a good deal for some, but if they're only using it for free shipping, not that great of a deal. For example, you would have to place 20 orders a year just to break even in free shipping. Here's the good news. You don't have to have a Prime membership to get free shipping. Now, whether you're a Prime member or not, orders usually over $35 are eligible for free shipping. This can fluctuate, though. When I filled a cart with a few items, it showed I needed to spend at least $50 for free shipping. The trick sometimes is getting your total just right without overspending. Let's say you've got $47.97 in your cart. You'll pay $6.99 for shipping. But if you add another $1.03, it's free. Now, the website Filler Checker lets you put in how much you need, and it finds some cheap items, but it doesn't always work, as many of the items it suggests are not available. Now, here's what I found works best. Pick a category in Amazon and search for an item you think is cheap, like pens, batteries, or pain relievers. Amazon sells this small pack of Tylenol for $2.49. Add it to my cart, and the $6.99 shipping charge is waived. I saved nearly $5 and got a travel pack of headache medicine. This also works for Amazon Prime members who need to spend at least $25 for free overnight shipping. And if you do shop at Amazon, it's a good idea to put some of these things in your cart so you can find them when you need them, especially during those lightning sales on Black Friday. Bob Barker would be proud. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
At Hickory Treatment Center in Longview, we provide compassionate, evidence-based care for substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. We offer residential treatment to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. Need help? Call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team today.
Achieving my goals as an adult was challenging without a high school diploma. With the help of an adult education center, I finished my high school diploma and it changed my life.
This yearbook is a testament to your accomplishments and how they have impacted all of us.
Getting my high school diploma made me feel like I can do anything. Now I can help the kids in my community achieve their dreams.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
News Nation is earning trust by reporting all sides to every story.
That's why News Nation is getting traction.
See why more Americans trust News Nation. News for all Americans.
Now, sports with Tobin McDuff from the OSTC Sports Desk, your complete orthopedic team.
It is Selection Monday in the world of college soccer. Both the men's and women's teams at Midwestern State are headed to the NCAA tournament. Both programs gathering at Buffalo Wild Wings tonight for a watch party during the selection show. Head coach Ryan Spence and his women's earned a 6th seed in the South Central region. A road trip to Colorado is on deck, matching up in the first round against UC Colorado Springs. The Mustangs earning their 2nd consecutive at-large bid into the NCAA tournament thanks to a stellar regular season. 10 wins, no losses, 4 ties. It was the first time since 1998 they went unbeaten in conference play, but Midwestern State lost in the semifinals of the conference tournament. Fortunately, the Maroon and Gold getting another chance to extend the season.
It's good. I mean, if you would have told me 3 months ago we were going to be any seed to go travel, stay at home, whatever, I would have been like, I'll take it. And we tell recruits, we tell the current players, this is why you come here. I think the big thing is that this team is we've left a lot of meat on the bone. And I think that's getting to this point and being able to have another chance to go forward and show the nation we can play. I think it's what we're ready for.
MSU's game against Colorado Springs takes place on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock in Golden, Colorado. As for head coach Michael Meacham and the men's soccer team, this is the 12th straight NCAA tournament appearance. The Mustangs coming in as a 4 seed in Super Region 4, earning them a home game, welcoming Seattle Pacific. Fresh off their 5th consecutive Lone Star Conference tournament title, Midwestern State is peaking at the right time. The Mustangs have won 6 games in a row with 5 clean sheets over that span. In fact, the team has recorded 11 shutouts over the course of this 20-game season. Defending well and finding goals in the attacking third, MSU is hoping to win a game in the national tournament for the 4th year in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got a really good balance. I mean, I think we've got some youth and some enthusiasm and maybe just a little bit of being a little bit naive at certain times, so not really knowing what to be afraid of or what to worry about. And then we also got some savvy seniors that you can kind of rely on, and feeling pretty good about ourselves right now. I mean, not too good, but yeah, I mean, I think we're excited to be back into the tournament.
So get out and give Midwestern State that home field advantage. Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock, the Mustangs hosting Seattle Pacific. The MSU football team ended the season with a 70-23 road win on Saturday at Western New Mexico. Today, a pair of Mustangs earning Player of the Week honors. Wide receiver Sedanye Lott getting Offensive Player of the Week. Kicker Cohen Maroney named Special Teams Player of the Week. Lott caught 11 passes for 284 yards and 4 touchdowns. Maroney connected on 3 field goals and went 7 for 7 on extra points. One high school basketball game to let you know about tonight. Seymour falling to Huckabee 69-55. The Panthers had 3 players in double figures. Tyler Whitfield with 22, Brady Mathis scoring 13, and Matthew Strickland with 10 points.
This Silver Star Nation report on KFDX is sponsored locally by Metal Mart.
Dallas Cowboys with a Monday Night Football victory tonight, beating Las Vegas 33-16. Dak Prescott with a big night, connecting on 25 of his 33 passes for 268 yards and 4 touchdowns. That will do it for our look at sports. We'll see you back here after the break.
At Hickory Recovery Network, we are dedicated to being a national leader in the treatment of substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. Our mission is to provide compassionate, structured, and evidence-based care through our expanding network. Now in Texas, Hickory Treatment Center at Longview offers a comprehensive residential treatment program designed to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. If you or a loved one needs help, call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team or visit hickorytreatmentcenters.com today.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Ooh, pretty colors.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
News Nation is bringing more Americans together.
The appetite is greater than it has ever been for perspective, for understanding, and for information that they can not just trust, but use.
News Nation, news for all Americans. Americans rely on The Hill for politics and policy news more than any other digital politics publication. The Hill. Trusted, credible, nonpartisan. Visit thehill.com today.
What you'll find.
Can you see it? I was looking for a star. I was looking for a shooting star.
But they get kind of camera shy, I think,
guess so.
for some reason. Fairly mild start to the day. We're almost 80 degrees by noon. I think tomorrow's a nicer day than today simply because it's not going to be windy. How about highs in the 80s? And as a reminder, tonight the Leonid's meteor shower peaks tonight, 15 to 20 shooting stars per hour.
Yeah.
Later tonight. But if you look at your phone every so often, you might uncondition your eyes.
I saw one while Tobin was doing sports.
Yeah.
So.
I can't wait to go outside and wish for a lot of money. It's going to be great. We're going to do that. That's going to be on my agenda tonight. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us.
And we'll see you back here tomorrow night at 10. Nearly 4 times compared to the same period in 2024, with 85% of those cases being in children.
Adam Schwager looks at the reasons for the increase and what parents should know.
We see years of high pertussis cycles, but this is definitely one of those years with more pertussis cases.
Cases of pertussis, more commonly known as whooping cough, on the rise in Texas.
It may start just as a normal cough, but the key thing is that it causes these episodes where the child is just going to start coughing and not be able to stop.
One of the key symptoms to look out for?
They're going to make this kind of sound. And so that's them trying to breathe.
According to Southeast Texas Dr. Leilani Valdez, who also serves as a spokesperson for the College of American Pathologists, a couple reasons could exist for the rise in cases.
We are seeing the rise in these cases as a direct result of the lower vaccination rates in our communities, not just in Texas, but across the country.
According to data from the Texas Department of State Health Services, when it comes to the Tdap vaccines, which include pertussis, over 6.5% of Texas 7th graders and over 7% of Texas kindergartners are unvaccinated. About half of those unvaccinated listing conscientious objection as their reason. However, vaccination rates amongst children is just one piece of the puzzle.
It's recommended that all children and adults get a 10-year booster. We're seeing not just a drop in initial vaccination rates, but we're also seeing a drop in people getting that 10-year booster.
In Austin, I'm Adam Schwager.
Now, the most vulnerable population to whooping cough is infants who cannot receive the vaccination as a newborn.
Experts recommend pregnant women receive the booster to pass on immunity to their newborns.
The WFISD superintendent is confident both Legacy and Memorial High School's TEA ratings will improve after receiving low scores earlier this year.
Memorial received a 66 and Legacy received a 59 rating. Superintendent Dr. Donnie Lee says the reason the scores were so low is because the high schools were new and didn't have any data for the college, career, military readiness scores, and the graduation rates were given zeros for those categories. Dr. Lee says by next year, they will have that data to provide and is confident those scores will rise.
Board members also discussed rezoning options, more specifically involving Crockett Elementary. There were two options that the board considered, and option A was taking about 135 students from Crockett and moving them to West Elementary. Option B was leaving the school's line alone. Crockett teachers were at the meeting, and Dr. Lee says the reason the board chose option B was the school's performance.
Crockett is performing at a very high level. The boundary line was Colquhoun. If we pulled those students from west on Colquhoun, that was going to be some of their highest performing students at Crockett. And the board was worried that by doing so, we would cripple Crockett from an academic standpoint and a parent and PTO participation standard.
Dr. Lee says they're now working on getting any rezoning information to the parents.
Board members also voted to purchase wrestling equipment, which will be used in the 2026-2027 school year. The purchase included wrestling mats, uniforms, and equipment of that nature. Dr. Lee says the next step for the district is finding coaches for the teams and putting together a traveling budget. We'll keep you updated on that and other topics in the WFISD on air and online.
A local group is proving that leadership has no limits. The Wichita Falls New Action Club, made up entirely of members of the Arc of Wichita County, just elected its new executive board, giving adults with disabilities a powerful place to lead and serve their community. Ashley Waters has the story.
Action Club is a place where development has no disability. We're valuable members of their community.
Inside the Wichita Falls Action Club meeting room, there's something special in the air. It's a mix of excitement, pride, and belonging, shared by every member, all of whom are part of the Arc of Wichita County, an organization dedicated to supporting people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And for the group here in Wichita Falls, today was a milestone. The Kiwanis Action Club advisor Keith Rice says the club will help members get involved in their community.
Something that helps elevate them, make them feel more confident in themselves, not only through their improved social context, but through the various skills they're going to develop and projects that they do. When they start seeing results, it's going to make them feel that much better.
Organizers say Action Club is the only service club created specifically for adults with disabilities. With more than 7,200 members globally, the club gives people the chance to become capable and caring leaders through service. Members elected a new executive board, choosing their president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. The elected board members say they're very excited to start their new roles.
I'm excited. I really want to help other people and get things done in the community.
I'm extra excited because I want to help this community thrive in any way I can, because, like I said, we don't want to, everybody needs a voice out there and help.
I kind of like it. I'm just glad I get to help other people out there and help the community out and do everything I can do.
But these titles are more than responsibilities. They're symbols of empowerment, proof that ability is not determined by a diagnosis, but by opportunity and heart.
From planning service projects to using their voices, these members are proving that their contributions matter. Ashley Waters, KFDX 3 News.
It certainly is cool to see how leadership can bring out the best in people. Ashley, thank you so much for bringing us that story.
A life-saving initiative finds a second location in Wichita Falls. Action Against Opioids unveiled a new Narcan vending machine, the latest effort in its ongoing mission to combat the opioid crisis. The new vending machine makes Narcan free and accessible to everyone. The new installation makes its home at the Faith Mission Resale Store, located on Jacksboro Highway. There, you can pick up a box of Narcan during their regularly scheduled business hours, which are Monday through Saturday from 10 until 7.
And an ordinance allowing realtors the option of blanket deposits for water services could be amended by the Wichita Falls city leaders. Broker of Anchored Realty, Leanne Burnett, says this proposal will ease work for everybody, saying the current process is too repetitive. Currently, the city ordinance states licensed builders can have water service at multiple properties without doing new paperwork or deposits, kind of like a big security deposit. And for licensed sales agents, however, that is not the case. There's an application process and a deposit for every home in need of water service. The proposed amendment would include realtors in the language, a redundancy Burnett says is not needed.
All right, let's go ahead now and check in with meteorologist John Cameron over in the Weather Center. John, it might be a nice night if people are still up at this hour. Maybe go outside, take a look at some stars. It's a pretty clear night out there.
Yeah, so November 17th really marks the peak of the Leonids meteor shower. So after the newscast tonight, once you got all your pertinent information, go outside, let your eyes adjust, don't look at your phone, and you might see the occasional shooting star. At its peak tonight, 15 to 20 per hour. It's pretty cool, and it looks like the clouds are not going to get in our way for most of the night, so that's good news. I actually have the Bowie Tower cam turned skyward on the event, on the chance that we do see a shooting star streak by. 79 by noon tomorrow, highs in the 80s once again. The latest on rain chances, we'll talk about those rain chances, kind of see what the temperature is as far as my optimism on midweek rain. And it looks like temperatures are dropping just in time for next week. And I'll have more on that forecast coming up real soon, guys.
Man, a meteor shower tonight? I didn't know that was going on.
Yeah, something nice to look at afterward.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, John. Yep. Looking forward to your full forecast. Now, we are also accepting nominations for our Remarkable Women campaign. It's that time of year again. So to nominate an extraordinary woman in your life, just visit TexomasHomepage.com.
That's where you can share her story so we can spotlight her in March. We hope you'll help us shine a light on what makes women in Texoma truly remarkable.
Not going anywhere. John is in next with a look at his full forecast.
And with Thanksgiving a little over a week away, we'll share some ways you can ensure you have the perfect Turkey Day meal.
At Hickory Treatment Center in Longview, we provide compassionate, evidence-based care for substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. We offer residential treatment to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. Need help? Call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team today.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
You deserve a news network that roots for America. News Nation is bringing more Americans together with facts, balance, and respect for all of us. See why America's fastest growing cable network is News Nation.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
The U.S. Now, from KFDX 3, Texoma's Weather Authority, with John Cameron.
Well, I thought, since we were talking about the stars in the sky, I'm like, let's read everyone's horoscopes.
Why not? Yes.
So I was letting them know what they are in for tomorrow.
Yeah, you're in the middle of reading one, and it's like, oh my gosh, Carney, you got a weather toss to do.
You know, maybe I could have, I was talking about a Cancer right here. I was like, maybe some of the Cancers out there who are watching right now would know what their horoscope was tomorrow.
Yeah, that's my zodiac sign, not my how I'm appreciated here in.
You were no Cancer in that
we
term.
Love you, John.
We love you. You were anything but.
That's very
Which is
kind
why
of
we're going to listen intently to your forecast.
Well, yeah, let's switch to a different kind of forecast. I personally think one that comes with a little more reliability, but hey, I'm
you never know.
I'm biased that way. Okay, let's start with some history that we made. We made it to 87 degrees today, which this is an interesting coincidence. We made it to 87. The previous record high was from 87 years ago. Ooh, is that some kind of spooky numerical stuff? I don't know. Carney, you should come look. There's a huge bug on the green screen. Anyway, our morning low was 50 degrees. You see it there? It's out of the range of the camera.
Oh, it's at the top.
But yeah.
Is that a wasp?
It is a rather sizable wasp.
Don't get stung.
I'm just going to pay attention to the forecast. Temperatures falling with every day that goes by, and by the time we get to Friday, Saturday, we're talking about temperatures closer to what we would consider average high temperatures for this time of the year. Hey, we have a new contest to put your forecasting skills to the test. It's our next snow contest. What you have to do is you have to forecast, not guess, forecast the next day, hour, minute, right? That we see snow observed at Shepherd Air Force Base. The easiest way to submit your forecast, go to TexasHomepage.com, click on the contest banner, and submit your forecast for our next snow contest. Now, I'm not going to give anything away, but I'll just say that if it snows in the next 8 days, John would be really surprised and really disappointed as how bad his forecast would be. Okay, I have the buoy tower cam turned skyward toward the heavens. The Leonids meteor shower peaks later tonight, 20 to 15 meteors per hour. So you have to go outside, let your eyes adjust. Don't look at your phone, and you could see a tremendous display. On the chance that we catch one on live TV, that would be cool. In the meantime, 65 degrees now in Wichita Falls, southwest winds, 8 miles per hour, low humidity. Looks like clouds are not going to be a problem tonight, but as this potential rainmaker out west moves our way, it's going to become a little disorganized, but it will still have enough energy to bring us some rain chances middle of the week, perhaps as early as Wednesday morning, but I think the better chances hold off until probably late Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday seems to be the best opportunity for widely scattered showers and thunderstorms across the region, not only through the day Thursday, but perhaps into Thursday night. We are done with any significant rain chances by sunrise Friday. With the chance of rain comes the chance of some storms that could produce hail, so we're at that lowest level of severe weather risk for generally our North Texas counties for Wednesday night. Tonight, temperatures drop to the mid-50s under mostly clear skies, southwest winds 5 to 10. Tomorrow, nicer than today because it's not going to be windy. West winds at 5 to 10. 7-day forecast says 50% chance of rain for Thursday. And after highs in the 80s and 90s over the weekend, this coming weekend, how about highs in the 60s?